Hey guys, so I just got back from the theater. I know this is Monday, not Friday, when I am doing these reviews. I said in my Goosebumps review I was going to try to go to the movies again on Friday, but like once I got off work on Friday, I was dead tired. And I was planning on seeing two movies, and I was not going to be able to stay awake for both of those, especially when one of them is 2.5 hours. So yeah, I was like, I decided against it like at the last minute. I was like, I'm not willing to do this, and so I had tomorrow off, and I was like, all right, I'll either go see it Monday night or Tuesday sometime. And I was like, screw it, let's get it over with. Let's go see him on Monday night. Um, I know a lot of people are probably staying at home watching the premiere of the Star Wars trailer, and that's all that people are talking about right now. I haven't seen the trailer yet, if you ask me, if you want to know. I haven't been able to check it out yet. But anyways, first movie I saw was Crimson Peak. Crimson Peak was a movie I was looking forward to mainly because it was being directed by Guillermo del Toro. He's the guy who made Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim, the Hellboy movies, Blade 2. He's a really damn good director. I kind of compare him to like, this is I think kind of a decent comparison to like Tim Burton in the fact other or in the fact that he makes a lot of those really stylistic films. I think he's a better director than Tim Burton. I'm not trying to diss Tim Burton at all, but yeah, like he has a more consistent uh, rate of good movies coming out. Like almost every one of his movies I've enjoyed. I have not seen a movie I've hated of his yet. Tim Burton, I can name a lot of them, a lot of bad movies of his, especially as of late. Um, he has this unique style, and he has a lot of things I love about him. Pan's Labyrinth is one of my favorite films of the last decade, and this looked like a really scary haunted house movie, and like it being directed by him and getting a look from what the trailers looked like a hard R. I was like, this could be really good. I was like, it's refreshing to see something like this being released on a Halloween around Halloween time. This it looked like a really good film. Even though the reviews haven't been that great as I expected them to be, I was still intrigued by it. I was like, I heard from a couple people last couple days tell me it was actually a really good movie. So it's like, all right, so I gotta check this out. And yeah, it was. It was a enjoyable, likable, pretty creepy as hell movie, and really weird too. Really fucking weird. Um, it's definitely a Guillermo del Toro movie. It is. It has a lot, everything I like about it, his movies and more. The acting in this movie was pretty damn solid, especially from Jessica Chastain. She should get an Oscar nomination for this movie. I highly doubt she will, but she should. I really would love to see her get an Oscar nomination. She is fucking crazy in this movie. Um, Pretty much, if you've seen the trailers, you pretty much guessed that she was going to be the villain in this movie, and she is. Well, Tom Hiddleston is too. Um, he's kind of more likable. Jessica Chastain is just straight up psycho, and I love this from her. I love her as an actress. I love when she pulls performances like this. I loved her in Zero Dark 30. I thought she was awesome in that. And she's awesome in this. I think she deserves an Oscar nomination. She had some pretty chilling moments. Like, there's some really, like, eerie moments, like, where she's acting opposite the main girl. I can't. Mia Wachowski or something like that. Um, where she's acting beside her, and it's really fucking creepy. There's some really creepy scenes. The main girl was fine. Like, what's up with her being in like all these kinds of movies? She was in the Alice in Wonderland remake. She was in Jane Eyre, Now she's in this. She's a lot of time period movies. Although at the same time, she's a girl that looks like somebody that would come straight out of that kind of time period, honestly. It's believable that she would live in this kind of time period. And also, like, Tom Hiddleston's great. Tom Hiddleston, I enjoy him. He definitely plays the charming guy really well. He can charm anybody. Like, I swear to God, like, I know a lot of women swoon over him, especially after Loki. I've been playing Loki, and I can understand why. Honestly, he was charming as hell in this movie, and you could believe that the main girl would fall for him. Even though he's a little, you can tell from the beginning that he's a little, something's not right with him and his sister especially. Yeah, Charlie Hunnam too has this kind of a side role in this movie where he's kind of the side love interest for the main girl. He's known her pretty much his whole life, and he's a doctor for her and her dad. And yeah, this is only the second movie I've ever seen him in. And he's fun, he's good in it too. Good in this too. This is one of those movies that, honestly, other than Jessica Chastain, the performances really don't fucking matter. Even though the performances are not bad in this movie, they are really good. This movie is really, really beautifully made. Holy cow! Guillermo del Toro is this is one of those movies that I am reminded why I really love this guy as a director. From the sets to the production design to the cinematography, everything about this movie is just beautifully done. Like I said, especially the production design, like the sets. That mansion in the movie looks incredible. The look of everything looks incredible. He's a guy that does, for the most part, try to do practical effects if he can. And you can tell, like, there's a lot of like, practical gore effects. This movie is pretty fucking gory. There's some pretty brutal deaths in this movie, including one guy being his face smashed against the freaking sink. Jesus Christ. That was like as bad as like when in Pan's Labyrinth, when that guy gets his face caved in by a beer bottle. That scene still I can't watch that movie because of that scene. Yeah, the makeup effects in this movie are really good too. Like, I guess in the set design and the costume design's great. Everything about this movie is so well done, well made. Even the CGI in this movie, there are CGI in this thing, and even when Guillermo del Toro does CGI, it still looks pretty damn good. In this movie, the CGI in this movie is really good. It is some really disturbing imagery. Especially the ghost. Every single ghost in this movie is fucked up beyond belief. Like, there's this bloody, like a bloody mess of, like, skeleton and, like, muscles and bloody. It's just bloody as hell. Like, the ghosts are just gruesome looking. In this movie. Like, man, it makes it really, really disturbing watch sometimes. This movie, like, it kept me intrigued as to where it was going the whole time. It kind of pretty much goes where you can guess where it goes. Although, this movie does involve fucking incest. Yeah, I'm not making that up. I didn't know that going in. Yeah, there's some incest going on in this movie, and it doesn't shy away from it, especially towards the end, and that was different. I was like, I didn't expect that from Guillermo del Toro, but whatever. And This is a movie that I think I would have enjoyed a lot more. And I'm sorry, I'm about to go on a rant here. And this is nothing against the movie itself. It's just what happened when I was in the movie theater. I was in the movie theater, and when I got there, sorry, again, I'm going to go on a rant here. This is a fucking public service announcement for people that go to the movie theaters. I went to the movie theater, and I sat down, and the movie started, and I was the only one in the theater, right? And about maybe 10 minutes into the movie, a couple comes in, and they sit down, and they proceed to talk really, really, really loud. Like, to the point that I can hear them over the freaking audio of the film. Like, at first I was like, okay, maybe they'll stop after a while. 30 minutes later, they're still going. Finally, I turned around and said, would you please shut the fuck up? This is the only time I've ever said that. Like, I've been pretty, lenient with some people. This movie was pissing me off. Like, that should tell you. Like, they're like, oh well, I didn't know that anybody else was in here. I was like, still, this is not your fucking house. This is a movie theater. Shut the fuck up. Like, you paid $11. Again, you had to pay. I can't grasp this concept. You pay $11 to sit in a movie theater and watch a fucking movie, and you're gonna sit there and talk the whole time and not watch the movie that you paid $11 to watch? Am I the only one who can't understand this? Like, what kind of fucking logic is that? Like, fuck you. To the people that were in the theater, fuck you. You suck. Go home and watch a fucking movie. If you want to sit and talk on your date, go to a fucking restaurant. You probably can pay about as much. I just can't grasp that. And, like, they shut up after I yelled at them. They did. I'll give them that. They did shut up. But it kind of ruined their movie theater experience. So, I kind of would have liked this movie more, but maybe I was just really annoyed for a while, at the beginning. But once they shut up, I started to enjoy the movie more and more. This movie is really good, and I hope people don't have the same movie theater experience that I did, because this movie was really good, and I do recommend it. If you're a fan of Guillermo del Toro, you definitely will like it. This movie was really creepy, really well done. I don't want to spoil too much of it, because it is, like, I did pretty much kind of did a little bit with talking about the incest angle in this movie, but there's a lot of twists and turns in this movie. That's just one of them. Although it's pretty predictable, you can pretty much figure out where it's going. It's nothing really shocking. Other than the incest angle, there's nothing really shocking about this movie. Go see it. As far as trailers go, I got only one new trailer, and that was The Boy. Trailer for the movie The Boy. That's a weird fucking movie. It's a movie about this woman's hired as a nanny by this older couple, and she's hired, and she finds out that she's being hired as a nanny for a doll. I am not making that up. A really creepy doll at that, and it has a set of rules that they give her a set of rules that she has to follow when taking care of this doll. Like, do not leave him alone. Don't forget to feed him. Don't cover his face. Weird shit like that. And then it's like, from the trailer, it's showing that, like, this couple had a dead son, and apparently the dead son's soul's in the body or in the doll or something. I don't know what the fuck is going on in that trailer. It's one of those, jump scare, jump scare, jump scare, and it's like it looks like a really terrible PG-13 horror movie. Another bad PG-13 horror movie that just has a bunch of jump scares. I don't know. It's a weird concept. Like, all right, I was like, that's a little bit different, but it's like because I didn't expect that it would turn out that she was gonna be nannying a doll. That was interesting. I was like, well, that was unique. But anyways, that as far as trailers go, I'll be back in a couple minutes here with another review in a couple of minutes.